Hey everyone, it's Shelby here. Welcome back to A Little Literary Love. I'm glad you all are with me today because today I have another unboxing video for all of the different subscription boxes that I am currently getting. I'm super excited for this one. This is probably my largest haul of subscription boxes that I have done for an unboxing video so far. I have 7 boxes here. It's a lot. But before we get into unboxing all of these, please make sure if you like this video that you're hitting that thumbs up button. And if you like my content and you want to keep seeing more videos from me, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. I'm trying so hard this year to get to 1,000 subscribers. Currently, I'm at 950. Thank you so much. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. So I could not do this without all of you all continuing to be here every week with me, watching my videos. I appreciate you all so much. So now we're getting into these boxes. I have so many because I've been kind of piling them up here. I knew I would be getting my Moonlight box sometime soon. It came today in the mail, so I figured that now is the perfect time to finally unbox all these boxes, excuse me. I have also started getting some of these subscriptions that I got off the wait list for, and I subscribed to them, and then there was kind of this lag between getting boxes. So now I'm starting to get all of them, and I don't know what happened, but it just so happened that this is the month that all of the boxes came, that I have everything. So I don't know that I have these many boxes next time around because not too many of these boxes that I am now subscribed to are monthly boxes. Most of these boxes are bi-monthly, or even the Steamy Lit box is quarterly, so every 3 months I get a box. But yeah, so we're gonna get into all these, and some of these are brand new for me. I have not subscribed to them before, so we're just going to open them up together and see what I think of them. And I will have more descriptions and at least the links for all these boxes down below in the description box, so you can check these out for yourselves. That's always there. I think I'm going to start with my boxes that I know only have books in them. There are some boxes here that should have other goodies as well. And some of the boxes that I already have been subscribed to for a while, so I know what I'm going to be getting from opening these boxes. So we're going to start with my Moonlight one that came in today. This one is one of my monthly book boxes. This one is a fantasy romance book box. It comes with just a book. It is hardcover book, which I can appreciate because sometimes I like just not having to deal with other things. It is hardcover. It's usually a completely new cover, sprayed edges. It's honestly, their books are gorgeous. Yes, this is for April, and I have loved subscribing to them. They're one of my favorite book boxes that I subscribe to. Okay, so this one, I have not actually heard of this book before, but it is called Beyond Those Gilded Walls by Jessica S. Taylor. It looks, I'm assuming it's like a castle or something. Oh, there's a cat. I think this sounds so cool. And then their sprayed edges are always amazing. Okay, that... maybe a masquerade. Is this Phantom of the Opera, maybe? Their end papers are always really good. I'm intrigued by this. There's also this one. It has a bookmark, or a ribbon bookmark in the book. Sometimes they either have a ribbon bookmark, or some of them have had page overlays bound into the book, which I think is so cool. I love it when they do that, but they haven't done that for all of their books. I did also notice, this is just me, and with this author maybe does this. I don't know. Like I said, I've never heard of this author before. The very back has content advisory, and it says the locations for those. So it tells you the content warnings of the book, but that also tells you the chapter that those are in, which I think is kind of cool, because if you're not somebody that like some of those are like very much not okay for you, that's pretty cool that you can maybe just like skip through those or just be forewarned of when those are going to happen. Also, I apologize if during this video you hear a lot of other chatter going on. I have my kids playing in the room and all over my house right now while I'm trying to film, but I'm in a mood to film. So I wanted to get this done and film this since I'm in the mood, because I feel like it makes for a better video when I'm more motivated to make videos rather than like I'm just forcing myself to film something. Anyway, I digress. That's besides the point. So reading the little card that we get for this book. So it says, our April featured book is Beyond Those Gilded Walls by Jessica S. Taylor. In a kingdom drowning in blood, all Odessa Duhiva wants is to save her family, but the price of salvation may be higher than she ever imagined. The kingdom of Varesia has been forsaken by its prince, who has chosen instead to drown out the screams of the dying. Trapped in a kingdom without a leader and blamed by her brothers for her mother's death, Odessa has little hope of ever succeeding at honoring her mother's dying wish. Driven by desperation, Odessa, I might be saying that wrong because it's spelled Odyssa, Odessa? I'm going to say Odessa. Ventures into the heart of the barricaded castle, masquerading as a servant amidst the prince's nightly opulent parties. But as she delves deeper into the castle's secrets, she uncovers a sinister connection between the coward prince and the devastating plague. After attracting the attention of the prince's most trusted advisor, Odessa finds herself entangled in a dangerous game of power and deceit. With each step closer to the truth, she realizes that her fate and the fate of her family rests in the hands of the handsome stranger whose true intentions for betraying his prince and helping her seem content to remain shrouded in mystery. As forbidden passions ignite, tentative alliances are forged, and dark secrets are revealed. Odessa must choose between following her heart or sacrificing it for the promise of salvation. Inspired by various works of Edgar Allan Poe, Beyond These Gilded Walls is a standalone adult gothic fantasy romance brimming with rare magic, treacherous romance, and dark opulence. That sounds so cool. I can't believe I haven't heard of this before. Maybe it's just because I betcha if I saw like the cover of the original, maybe then I might recognize it. I don't know, but that sounds really cool. Like a standalone, which honestly I've been reading a lot of series lately, so a standalone sounds really good. Dark Gothic fantasy romance. That sounds great. Your Moonlight Book Box exclusive edition features an exclusive redesigned cover and foiling by Raven Page's design, digital edge design by Raven Page's design, custom interior and paper artwork by Vitkovskaya Art, and then a ribbon bookmark. Very cool. If you have read this, let me know in a comment down below so I can check it out. I'm super excited about that one. And then I can start I put all of my Moonlight books over here, so they are now displayed and then you can see them in my videos. Super excited about that. I really can't wait to get to that one. That sounds really good. And then my other fantasy romance box, I have the Arcane Society box. I've subscribed to them from the beginning that they have been, same with the Moonlight actually. This one is another fantasy romance box. I think I might have said that already. And this one is bi-monthly. They feature each one features like a specific author. They always do 2 books in their boxes. It is always hardcover. It's usually like a totally redesigned book, sprayed edges, also really gorgeous. Same like with the Moonlight. Sometimes they have dust jackets on them. Sometimes they do not. That's usually what you get. You also sometimes get like some prints. Every once in a while we'll also get a pin with it. So this one is for Charissa. I might be saying that wrong. Carissa, probably. I bet you that's how you say it. Carissa Weeks. And I know everybody's obsessed with this series. So I have not read this series. Don't hate me. But we do have some art prints. It's very pretty. And I think, yes, this one we do get a pin. It looks like it's a dagger and a crown. And these look like they do have dust jackets on them. Yes, so these are the first two books of her very, very popular series that I have yet to read. So I'm going to take this plastic off of them. And I know Arcane did a thing where you could get the, do an add-on and get the other books of the series. I don't remember if I did that. I don't know that I did. I don't know, but like I said, I haven't read the series, so I don't even know if I like it. I do have the first book of this series. Oh, actually, I have it right here. I knew I had it. So the first book of the series, this is just going to the store, get it. The regular book. So Arcane Society's The Witch Collector. And then the sprayed edges. And I betcha since they have the dust jacket, yeah, they have a really pretty naked hardcover. Very pretty. And then the inside is where we have her signature. I believe this is the second book, which is City of Ruin. And then the naked. Very pretty. Oh, and then the end papers. So, if you had read this series, is this one that I should pick up? I obviously already have it because I've been, I've heard good things. I just haven't been in the biggest fantasy romance mode. So I don't know. And then also, I don't know. You can also let me know. I don't believe this series is finished yet. So that's also why I've kind of held off on reading it, because I'm probably just going to lose interest. I would rather read a series when all of the books are out so I can just binge the series and just be done with it. Because otherwise, if it takes forever for all the books to come out, then I'm just probably not going to end up reading it. Or I'll read the first one and then, I don't know. I don't know. I probably won't read it because I am horrible at reading series, especially really long ones. I don't know how long this series is supposed to be. Okay, and then we'll do Belle Book Box, which is a sister company to Arcane Society and Mystic Box. I am back. I am on the wait list for Mystic Box. I did have that, and then I accidentally skipped too many, and I got bumped out, which made me so sad. But I do have Arcane and Belle still. Belle Book Box is contemporary romance. Again, it's a bi-monthly book box. And you do know ahead of time who the author is going to be so that you can, if you want, skip. I don't remember who this author was. I know I did accidentally forget to skip a couple of times. So I don't know. We're just gonna see what this is. And this box, so again, we get 2 books. They are hardcover. This one does not, I don't see a little card thing from the author about what these books are about. Mystic and Arcane, we usually get the prints, but this one does not come with art prints, but we do have some stickers. So we have, this is my emotional support Kindle. And then, I'm sorry, did you say tall, dark, and fictional? And then Hot Girls Read Books. And then this one, another one I have not read because I'm forever buying fancy, pretty books that I have not read. But I have heard of this author, and I do have this author on my list to read. One of my friends, I am friends with Jamie Reeds. She is really big on Instagram. I think she has a really big following on TikTok as well. I have gone to book conventions with her, and she lives sort of close to me, so I usually end up seeing her at like other like book events. She is the hockey romance queen, and so this author is one that she really enjoys because they write hockey, or she writes hockey romance. So that is Hannah Cowan. So we have 2 of her books, and I think this is from a series. So we have Her Greatest Mistake, which I think this cover is super cute. And it has little paw prints. It's really cute. And then we have a naked cover. And then the inside. And signed. And then I'm assuming this is probably the second book, Her Greatest Adventure. I don't know. I really like the art style. I think this kind of cover is really cute. And then this one has little like planes and hearts. I'm assuming this is maybe a like Marriage in Vegas, or like a Marriage of Convenience romance is what I'm going to assume. I don't really know anything about these other than their hockey romance. But these are really cute. I need to get to these books. So again, if you have read any Hannah Cowan books, and if you've read these, let me know. I have yet to do a hockey romance recommendation video. So if that's something you all would like, also let me know. Which honestly, I'll probably end up doing that at some point anyway. I love hockey romance. You know, it's just going to be a thing. It's going to happen. Okay. So then, I don't know which boxes I want to do next. Okay. I think I might do my Steam box, just because it's the last box that I have of like subscription boxes that I have opened before, and then I have already gotten boxes before. So I kind of know what to expect in these. I think I'll save the last 3 for like the new ones that I have not. These are like my first boxes opening them, which actually that's a lie. I do also have Renegade romance box, and I have gotten some like just one-off boxes from them. But this should be the first start of like my actual subscription for their book service. So yeah, so we're going to open the Steam box. Steam box is the quarterly book box, and it always has 3 books in it by usually most of them, if not all of the books, are by BIPOC authors. The owner of this company is BIPOC. It is a woman-owned business. I think Arcane and Mystic and Belle are also a woman-owned small business, so definitely support those. And there is also usually a like steamy toy item in there. You can elect to not get that if you do not want that, but I always want it because I think it's fun. Like, why not? So there are all kinds of little goodies in here. So let's see here. What is this? I don't understand what this is. Oh! So there's this little package. It's got this little like glass vial in it, and then these like little wooden sticks. These are vent clip diffusers. So they're like little diffuser sticks, but you clip them into your car vent, so it makes your car smell good. That's that's kind of cool. Most of their items that they do are like eco-friendly. So this, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna like this scent though. This one, it's called Endless TBR, and it is saffron and tobacco. I hope that I don't end up spilling this everywhere trying to get this open so I can smell it. Okay, that's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Interesting. Okay. That I've never heard of anything like this, so that's pretty cool. I don't know if I will use it. Maybe. It just depends on how strong the smell ends up being in my car, because I am very sensitive to strong smells, and certain smells give me a really bad headache, and especially since like a car is a very like small enclosed space. I don't know. I might just kind of like let it infuse in like a small area and just kind of see how the smell is and if I can tolerate it. But that's pretty cool. Oh, we have a bath and shower sugar exfoliant from Little Moon Essentials with Beach All You Want scent, which is good. Oh, it smells like a tropical vacation in here. Oh my God, I love that smell so much. This is good because we're getting into spring now, and I really need to exfoliate my skin like really badly. Get all the dead skin off. Then we have this little peach. This is a bath bomb. Might be using that soon. And then we have a healing balm, Peruvian Gold Healing Balm. Plant Remedy. It's like an oil. Common uses. Scars, facial, something. The sticker's kind of like rubbing a little bit. Stretch marks. I can't read what that says. Cuticles, lips, something care, skin burns, eczema, which honestly that's kind of cool. Itchy skin, eczema. My daughter has eczema. So, and I've noticed now that like we're playing outside a little bit more and in the grass and like all the weeds and stuff, it's like starting to really break her out again. So that's really cool. I have to try this and see if I like this. I'm liking all of the extra little items that I'm getting in this box. And then we have, okay, we have the toy. It is called the Threesome. And this is a vibrator. I have never seen anything like this. It's got like 3 little things on it. Okay. Let me open it up. It looks like that. That's cool. And then we have our 3 books. So sometimes the books are a new cover, sometimes they are not. So like this box, I don't believe any of these books are new covers. There's also a little bookmark. But that's okay. Like I said, most if not all of the authors that they use are BIPOC. I believe all of these authors are BIPOC. So we have The Relationship Mechanic by Carmen Lee, which I've kind of been eyeing because it's a sapphic romance. I've kind of been in the mood for some sapphic romances. So that's really cool. Not in My Book by Katie Holt. Another book that I almost picked this book up earlier this month. That's so funny that this got sent to me. Okay, I'm super excited to try this one out. I know it's like a bookish character. I think they're more, are they both bookish? I don't know, but I'm just picturing like sexy times in the library, and I'm so here for it. I'm hoping that happens in this book. And then we have Only for the Week by Natasha Bishop, which this was indie, and then it got picked up by a publisher and got this new cover. I've heard really great things about this one because it's like a at their family's wedding or something, and they like a week together, only for the week, obviously. And I've heard really great things about this one, so I need to check this one out. Cool. I am very happy with that box. That was really cool. Now we're going to get into the boxes that I have never unboxed before. So we'll start with Satisfiction Box. So somewhat similar to the Steam Box. This one is owned by a BIPOC small business, woman small business. I think she's Black. But all of the books in this box feature Black authors. They feature science fiction and fantasy books. So I don't know for sure if this first book in this that I'm getting from this box is necessarily going to be a me box or me book, because I think this one is a science fiction book, if I'm not mistaken. But they do sometimes have romance featured in their boxes. So yes, so because like I said, they have sci-fi and fantasy, and this one is bi-monthly. You know ahead of time what you're going to get in it. And then I also think it is kind of similar to the Steam Box in that it also has other like little like personal care items in it, like maybe like skincare, other like relaxation type care items in it. So I was really interested in this. The books that they have been so gorgeous when I've been eyeing them. And then also I just really want to continue to try to support like the BIPOC community and also women small business owners. And then again, to kind of try to expose myself to more books that I wouldn't have normally picked up. So we get a little thank you. And then a little thing that says what's inside. I don't know if they like put something like that they scented this, but there's like a smell coming from this. This is really nicely put together. Oh, something is very strong in here. I don't know if I'll be able to handle that. Okay, so yes, we have some like goodies in here. There is a lavender and rosemary body scrub exfoliation thing. Again, that's definitely what I need right now. Exfoliate my body. That might be what I'm smelling, honestly. Oh yeah, that's very strong. Very strong. It looks like there's a bath bomb. Berry Strawberry Twinkle Bath Bomb. I'm gonna be taking me a bath soon to use some of these. Okay. We have, I believe these are some face masks. Yes, some face masks. So we have this one, which is acai berry skin firming face mask, and then aloe vera skin calming face mask. This we have candle, soy wax candle. It's called The Hero's Journey. So I wonder if this goes with the book. I can't decide if I like that smell or not. It's not bad. Okay. So I have a candle. Let's see if there's anything else in here besides the book. I believe it's just the book now. Okay, so the book, there's also a little bookmark with it. Is May a Divine Awaken by Michael Tinsley. I don't know if this is fantasy or sci-fi. I'm pretty sure this is not a romance book. Oh, and then there's also the Naked. It's very pretty. Oh, okay. So this is a fantasy because this says this is this author's debut YA fantasy novel in the first in the Divine series. So I have not been doing the best with YA books recently. I am just not a YA reader, I think, anymore. I've been trying to pick up some here and there, and I haven't really been satisfied with them, but doesn't mean I'm not willing to pick this one up and try it. This is a gorgeous cover. Yeah, so let's read real quickly what this is about. So, on the lost continent of Pyrrhus, 8 lands are controlled by divines, powerful beings with abilities to manipulate metals, harness the wind, and turn flesh to ash. Since their inception, divines have been responsible for protecting 8 sacred keys. Keys that, if combined, will unseal a forbidden relic of omnipotent. I cannot say that word. Oh my god. Omnipotent? I know what that is. I just can't say it. Power, known as the Book of Pure. Desperate to claim the book's power, the king of Ifa, excuse me, I think it's Ifa. It's Aypha. Devises a sinister plan to eliminate the divines and obtain the 8 keys. Caught in the middle is Marcus Azure, a young Ifa soldier born with blemished skin marks that leaves him ostracized by his people. When assassins attack his village, Marcus vows to prove himself by destroying those responsible. Seeking revenge, Marcus encounters Sinclair Bonet, a disgraced queen who reveals to him that his skin blemishes are a sign of great potential. She offers to awaken Marcus's power, but doing so comes at a grave consequence that will force Marcus to decide whether to betray his people or advance his king's mission. Unfortunately, the final decision may not rest in his hands. That sounds really cool, actually. Okay. I really like that concept. That's really cool. So yeah, I might have to check that one out. Obviously, I need to check it out since I now have the book. Very cool. Then we have Renegade. This one is another bi-monthly box. This one is a romance box, and it usually features any kind of romance in the realm of like science fiction romance, paranormal, monster romance, especially lots of monster romance. And I don't remember, I think there are 2 books that we get, and may or may not have other goodies. I don't remember. I know they kind of changed some of the stuff that they were doing in their boxes. And we also know way ahead of time what they're going to be. Usually Renegade actually says what their boxes are going to be at like the beginning of the year or like the end of the year for the next year. So like we know already this entire year who all is going to be featured. We just don't know which books are going to be featured until like right before. So this looks like it is Olivia Riley, which I have this author's books on my list to read. So it looks like we get, if I can get this out. an art print and stickers and a pin. So that's a big old red monster person. And then it also has like kind of like profile details in the back, which is pretty cool. And then we have some stickers. This one. And then we have a pin which says the Chosen Queen. It's like a chess piece. We have the books, which are paperback books, but they do have a new exclusive cover. Oh, I don't really like that though. It's just kind of a me thing, pet peeve. So we have Heart's Prisoner by Olivia Riley. I really want to read these books. Oh, and then we have like a little author signature bookplate. And then we have Dark's Savior by Olivia Riley. The only thing is, I just personally am not the fan of like the shiny book covers. It's fine. That is a me thing. That is 100% a me thing. But I am super excited to get to these. I need to read more sci-fi romance and some aliens. And that's exactly what this looks like. And I'm so here for it. Can't wait to keep getting boxes from them. Okay. I feel like this is going to end up being a super long video. So then my last box is Fae Crate. This one, I believe, is just, it is fantasy books. This is monthly, and there are other goodies in here. Sometimes, like, it's like adult fantasy, sometimes it's fantasy romance. So it just kind of depends. I have been eyeing this box. I have really been eyeing, they have this separate collection. It is the Opus collection, and that they have like romance is mostly what they end up doing. And it's just kind of like random, whatever they want to do. But their books are gorgeous, like gorgeous, and they sell out so quickly. So if you are a monthly subscriber to their regular, they have what's called the Sealy or the Unsealy boxes. And if you are a subscriber to the regular boxes, then you get first dibs on when the Opus collections go on sale. So this is a very like dense, like smaller box, but I bet you it is jam-packed. If I had to guess. I don't remember what book is going to be in here. Did we get a blanket? Their boxes reminded me of way back in the day. I was it Fairy Loot, and I think Owl Crate and the Bookish box. I subscribed to their boxes for a while. We got a big blanket. Okay, I'm gonna try to hold it up for you so you can see. This is so cool. Okay, so this says, if the dark looks at you, you never look back. That's so cool. All right, got a new blanket. Let's see what else is in here. We have, this looks like a little like tote bag. Maybe not tote bag, but just a little bag. This could honestly hold a good amount of items. So it is a clear bag. So this would probably make for a really good travel bag. Or even for book conventions. for all the other extra like goodies that you get at like author tables. It says, "What is art? What is inspiration, if not the deepest, darkest secrets of the artist?" Cool. Then I don't know what this is. Oh, a plant stake. I've never heard of a bookish plant stake. Okay. It says, "I am your echo." And then it says it is inspired by "This Is How You Lose the Time War" by Amal El Motar and Max Gladstone. I have heard of that book, and I've been told I need to read it. Okay. Which I have been in the mood for planting. Been wanting to try to make my own garden. So who knows? Maybe I'll put that in my plants, in my garden. And then we have, I believe these are magnetic bookmarks. These are inspired by "Godly Heathens" by H.E. Eggman, which I've never read those. But we have these bookmarks. It says, "The scales will tip until they fall from existence, and then the bogeyman has come to call." And then this one says, "Heathens and those times mattered," on the back. And then we have, like a art print with, on the back it shows what all the items are in the box. And then also has like an opus collection. There's a photo challenge. This is for March. "Death Becomes Us" is the theme. And it shows our book. It has other books to check out. This is kind of cool. And then we have our book, Our Infinite Fates by Laura Stephen. I want to say this is a fantasy romance. That name sounds familiar. Ooh, and then we have a pretty... That's really pretty. I like that. And there's also a ribbon bookmark. In here, ribbon bookmark. And it's signed. And then we have our end papers, are really cool. Okay, this one, which bear with me, the type on this is really small, so it's kind of hard to read. Our Infinite Fates by Laura Stephen. They've loved each other 1,000 lifetimes. They've killed each other in every one. What? Okay, that sounds cool. Evelyn remembers all her past lives. She also remembers that in every single one, she's been murdered before her 18th birthday by Arden, a supernatural being whose soul and survival is tethered to hers. The problem is that she's quite fond of the life she's in now, and her little sister needs her bone marrow transplant in order to stay alive. If Evelyn wants to save her sister, she'll have to, 1, find the creature's old devil who hunts her through each life before they find her first. 2, figure out why she's being hunted and finally break her curse. And 3, try not to fall in love. So Fae Crate exclusive edition with cover and page edged artwork by Victorian Art, hardcover artwork by Lichen and Limestone, printed in pages, ribbon bookmark, and signed tip-ins. That's cool. I wonder if she's before her 18th birthday, so this might be a YA fantasy romance then. But that sounds so cool. I have heard of this. Let me know if you have read this down in a comment Let me know if you think I would like this. But that's really cool. Okay. Oh, I have a big old mess here of stuff I need to clean up now of all of these boxes. And now my desk is piled with books. But I feel like this was a really good one. Let me know which ones you are excited about. Which ones should I try to read first? But we're at the end of this video. Hopefully this is not too terribly long, but I am afraid that it is really long. I'm sorry. I had so many boxes. I really think my next box unboxing that I do in May, honestly, probably will not have this many boxes. Definitely won't have the steamy ones. And some of these bi-monthly boxes, obviously they came this month, so I shouldn't have them next month. I shouldn't have a ton of boxes to unbox for you all next month. But if you like this video, again, make sure you're hitting that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already. I think that's going to be it. We're going to end this. I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.